Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to do the spinal mobility sequence. It's a lovely sequence to keep the back strong and flexible. It's also quite a lot of weight bearing through the arms and the hands, so again building strength in the muscles of the arms and the shoulders, increasing bone density or helping to maintain bone density in the arms. Can be quite strong on wrists and possibly uncomfortable for knees, so have extra padding for knees if you want to. And to help with wrist or finger issues, you could have soft blocks underneath the hands so the fingers can curl around, or you can work on your elbows, or if at all possible, working on your hands and knees. Again, with wrist issues, you might like to consider the angle you're bearing through this wrist. So if the shoulders are further forward, you're expecting an awful lot of flexibility in the wrists. So perhaps take the hands a little bit further forward, and then be particularly careful for any of the one-handed balances. So just settling into your mat, your yoga space. Now this is a special space. Bringing your awareness to the physical body. Have a paw at the mat if you wish, spread the fingers wide and then dig the fingers in like a cat digging its claws in, and then lift the hand and spread the fingers once more. Just feeling centered, grounded. When you're ready, we begin to move downward cat and upward cat, enjoying that movement in the spine. When you next come to neutral cat, we're going to do a side bend. Keep the feet and bottom roughly in the same place, spine neutral, and walking the hands around to one side of the mat. Feeling the stretch down one side of the spine, across the waist, and then back to center and round to the other side. Endeavouring to keep the tailbone facing the short end of the mat. Could look over your shoulder towards your feet if you want to. And back to center. Let's repeat on each side. When you return to center, we'll do a twist, threading the needle. So take one hand up to the ceiling, and then threading the arm through underneath the other one, lowering the shoulder to the floor, roughly where the hand was, pushing strongly on the hand that's still on the floor, and twisting the spine. Weight equal on both knees. Return to center, we'll do the other side, lifting the arm to the ceiling, threading it through. Take the shoulder towards the floor, onto the floor if it will, pushing strongly with the hand that remains on the floor, this elbow over the wrist, this palm facing upwards. So pelvic girdle in one position, shoulder girdle twisting around. And we'll repeat once more on each side. Opening to one side, lifting the arm, threading the arm through, pushing strongly on the hand that remains on the floor, feeling the twist. We're going to do limb extensions, so spine in neutral cat, stretching one leg away from you, and then the other leg. One hand, the other hand. And if you're happy, diagonally opposite, keeping the back as flat as possible. And repeating each side. We'll move to tiger now. So it's like the cat movement, but one leg joins in as the head and tailbone lift, one leg lifts, and as the back rounds, draw that ear towards the knee and the knee towards the ear. Perhaps twice more on this side and then swap over. And folding into swan. Bottom back, arms forward, arms straight if they will, forehead towards the floor. I'm going to move from here to cobra. There's two ways to do this. One is to come up and over, so you come up onto hands and knees and then draw the pelvis forward, lift the breastbone, lift the head, returning the same way, lifting the bottom, back via hands and knees and into swan. The other way is stronger. Keep the nose close to the floor, elbows tucked in within the confines of the mat. Keep the nose close to the floor. And lower the bottom, lift the breastbone, lift the head. Then returning to swan, lower the nose, lift the bottom, keep the elbows tucked in, and back to swan. Harder than it looks, or it might have looked hard because it is hard. Let's repeat. Nose close to the floor, sliding forward, pelvis down, head up, breastbone up, shoulders down. Nose close to the floor, elbows tucked in, and returning to swan. Resting for a moment. Coming once more to hands and knees. Just going to wriggle the tailbone from side to side. So again, feeling like you're lengthening one side of the waist and then the other side of the waist. And tuck the toes under, and if it works for you, lifting the knees just 1 inch. Hold there for a breath or two, and from here into down dog. Have a wriggle, move, enjoy your down dog. When you're ready to release, just lower the knees to within 1 inch of the floor. Twice more into down dog. Keep the bottom back, lower the knees to an inch to the floor, if they will. If you like down dog, next time you're in down dog, we'll lift one leg. And the other. Releasing to child. Brilliant, well done. Can be quite strong on wrists, so to relieve wrists, you might like begging dog, where you curl the fingers up as tight as possible and pointing them towards your wrists. You might like this rotation of the forearms, elbows bent, and just rotating the hands from side to side. You can do this slowly or quite fast. You might like a rotation of the hands. Again, elbows bent. Just releasing and relieving any tension in the wrists. Okay, so if that's enough for you can stop there. There are a couple of balances I missed out in that sequence, so we'll just have a little look at them now, see if you'd like to put them in if we repeat. From hands and knees, going to lift one leg, lift the head, lift the same arm, reach the leg behind, take hold of your foot if your arms are wide enough, if your arms are long enough, and open the body up to the side. Knee reaching behind you is good. Try to avoid knee coming forward, though that's okay if you need that to get hold of your foot, but then taking the knee behind you and opening the posture up to the side. And then the other side. There is a trick to make balancing easier. If you start with your base as a triangle, so knees together, feet apart, and hands quite wide, that gives you a triangular base between the foot, knee and hand when you're ready to balance. When you return to hands and knees, hands quite wide, knees quite wide. If you wish, lifting one leg and the opposite hand reaching behind you. And swapping over. Releasing to child. Okay, fantastic. So we'll put those all together into a sequence and incorporate matching to the breath as swell. So just spending a moment now letting the breath return to normal. Closing your eyes if you wish, relaxing the shoulders, the face. And allowing the breath to become smooth and even and comfortable. Returning to hands and knees when you're ready. For cat, as you exhale, down cat. As you inhale, up cat. Twice more. When you return to neutral cat, as you exhale, walking the hands one way. Take a breath there, spine neutral. On an inhalation, back to center, and on an exhalation, the other way. A breath there. Inhalation back to center, and once more on each side. Turn to center, we'll thread the needle. Inhaling, lifting one arm, exhaling, threading through. Inhale, back to center, exhale, stay still. Other hand, inhale, lifting, exhale, threading through. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, stay still. Swapping sides. If you prefer, you can come and stay for a few breaths, or keep this as a moving posture. When you return to center, we'll do the limb extensions. As you inhale, extending diagonal opposites. As you exhale, return all fours. The other side, inhale, extend away, spine neutral. Exhale, back to hands and knees. Twice more on each side. From here, moving to tiger. Head lifts, leg lifts. That's an inhale, an exhale. It's down cat, but lower the head, knee towards the ear. Twice more on this side and then swap over. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, knee to ear. If you wish, the balance comes next. Lifting one leg, same hand, reaching towards the foot, opening up. Perhaps stay for 2 or 3 breaths. And swapping sides. Remember the triangle base makes balance easier. And if you wanted, diagonally opposite arms and legs, perhaps holding 2 or 3 breaths. Releasing to swan. As you inhale to cobra, either up and over, and as you exhale, swan, or nose to the floor. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, nose to the floor. Twice more. Rest in swan for a moment. To hands and knees once more for wagging the tail. Sense of it being a side-to-side movement from the waist. Could match to your breath. Perhaps both sides on an inhalation and then both sides on an exhalation. Down dog is next. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, hold for a breath. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, hands and knees, or knees just an inch from the floor. Twice more. If you like down dog, staying in down dog, and as you inhale, extend one leg away from you. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the other leg. Exhale, down dog. twice more on each side. Finishing in child. Very nice, well done. Looking after the wrists, so rotating the wrists. Begging dog. Rotate the forearms. Well, some people like a very gentle pressure, turning the hands under and just very gently easing the wrists in this direction. Not bearing weight, but just very gentle tucking under of the wrists. I'll show you sideways if that didn't make sense. This movement. Just return to the breath for a moment. Any comfortable place, lying down if you want to, sitting or kneeling. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Repeating to yourself if you wish. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Twice more. And opening your eyes. Shanti, peace. Thank you for joining me.